Okay, still working through Alvin Plantinga's God and Other Minds. Just finished up the section on is two chapters on the ontological argument and the chapter on the teleological argument. So sends me back to Aquinas, because like I said, Aquinas actually has three ontological arguments, ones that he believes refute Anselm's arguments. But let's go back into what Aquinas said, is that and one of the responses Aquinas says, and this is Summa Theologiae 1.2.1, shorter sermon by Peter Craved. It says, to know God, to know that God exists in a general and confused way is implanted in us by nature, inasmuch as God is man's beatitude. For man truly desires happiness, and what naturally desired by man must be naturally known to him. This is not to know absolutely that God exists, just as to know someone approaching is not the same to know that Peter is approaching, even though it is Peter who's approaching. For many there are who imagine that man's perfect good, in which his happiness consists in riches, and others' pleasures, and others in something else. Go back to the idea that Aquinas says that Anselm's argument falls down because we have a general idea about God, but we need to be a little bit more specific. Now, I think the problem with that is you flip on down to his 5 ways, is that when he ends it, he says, this all men speak of God, and this we call God, and this being we call God. And Thomas Aquinas uses these same generalized arguments that he says, okay, this is not valid for Anselm, but he uses these same things in the in his 5 ways. Okay, this is at the end of his second way. He ends it by saying, therefore it is necessary to admit a first sufficient cause, to which everyone gives the name of God. And I think there's a contradiction here with Aquinas when he's refuting Anselm. He says, okay, Anselm, yeah, you get the general idea of God, but you need to be a little bit more specific. And then in his 5 ways, he says, well, yeah, we get this generalized version of God. And so I think there's a double standard with Aquinas, how he disagrees with Anselm, but he says that, yes, okay, in the generalized sense, we understand God. So there I go with Anselm versus Aquinas, round 2. Plantinga's book has been really great to explore the ontological argument. That was God and Other Minds, but he had an earlier anthology that he worked on, which I also got. It's up on the bookshelf. I can't grab it. So there we are with the ontological argument. Thank you, and Sarah Michelle Geller says thank you too. Have a good day.